You have to do the things that nobody else is willing to do. And if you do, you'll be successful. If you don't want to make phone calls, if you don't want to sit open houses, it's probably not the best thing for you. But if you're willing to do those things, it is the best thing in the world. And I learned from that crash in 2008, when it started getting good again, it left an indelible impression in my mind. When times are good, man, you put the money away. You save for a rainy day and you start preparing, because times aren't always good and times aren't always bad. I remember asking Jim Windmiller in probably 2010, I said, Jim, how much longer is this going to be? He's like, 2 years. We have 2 more years of it. And 2 years later, I said, Jim, how long is this going to be? And he says, come on, stick with it. 2 more years. You just hang with it. You just stick with it. And it's great. But there came a time when there was too much to do. I couldn't write up the contracts and put the listings on the MLS and things like that. The time came when it was financially not smart for me to do my own stuff, to turn that over to somebody else. You have to look at your business and you have to say, well, at what point does it make sense for me to be here writing up contracts and putting in listings? Or is my time better spent being on the phone, calling my sphere of influence, or calling expired listings, or going out and touring houses? Each agent has to decide for themselves when that point is. I don't know that there's a magic number. I think when I was hitting over a dozen closings a year, I decided to get me an assistant. Right off the bat, I think my business, I'd say probably at the beginning and maybe after that third year, that was the bulk of my leads, was my sphere of influence, and the bulk of my business was my sphere of influence. But then I found out if I wanted to go to a higher level, I was going to have to change that. The key to it was bold, taking bold. That's when my business changed completely. It changed my mindset. It changed how I look at leads. At one mega camp, there was one agent that they were talking to up on the stage. Gary was interviewing him and he said, so what do you do? You're a really good buyer's agent. What's your motto? What's your focus on that? And he said, the way I view my clients, my customers, is they buy or they die. When I get a customer, they become my best friend, and I pay attention to those guys. And I have to. If I don't pay attention to them, someone else is going to sneak in there and snatch them away. And so that's my philosophy. I think I have a really good retention rate and a conversion rate.